good afternoon. Welcome to the pre-match press conference ahead of our next home match against Kerala Blasters FC. So today our head coach Stephen Constantine and player VP Suhail will take your questions. So the floor is open.
Hello coach, ultimately you are getting the service of Jack Jarvis. What is your thought about it?
About time. It's about time. After a long time. Look, as I said before, we have been identifying players since, I would say, October. Jake was one of those players that we wanted to get in. Obviously, we need help up front. It's taken a while because of the embargo and what have you, but I'm pleased that he's going to be playing in the game tomorrow. I think it's the first time where I've had two foreigners begin a game, which was our objective from day one. So I'm pleased about that, and I hope he has a good game.
Coach, if there was no Omid Singh problem, so do you think you could have signed one or two more foreigners in that place?
Okay, yes and no. No, because in order to sign a foreigner, we would have to pay off the contract from before. It's not something that I like to do personally because that's really throwing money away. In the case of Eliandro, we had to do it, but normally I would not want to do that because obviously it's a complete waste of money. But yeah, I would have liked to have had a couple more Indian players in. That could have helped us, but some of the ones that we were trying to get have gone, and now the window's closed. And of course, we had the added problem of the embargo. So it's been a difficult, but an opportunity missed in order to strengthen the team for next year. But we got Jake, so it's a good start.
Hello coach, what is your assessment on Kerala Blasters?
Well, look, they're a very good team. I think they deserve to be in the position they're in. It will be a tough game. I repeat myself every week now. They're all tough games. But we are at home, and we will try to get something from the game.
And Kerala Blasters coach even told that you are in the position that you deserve not to be because you have lost so many points. So what do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, well, I think I have said this just about every week that we should have got points from this game, we should have got points from last game. You guys must be tired of hearing it, and then I get the coach excuses, where's plan B, and so on and so forth. I do think that we are in a false position, but we are there because we lack quality in key moments. And this has been the problem for us all season. You can't make the mistakes that we are making and expect not to be punished. The question is we are repeating those mistakes, and that shows you that we have some issues within the team in terms of ability, in terms of quality, and this is why we need the window in January, the window in the summer to improve the team. We need to improve the team. It cannot stay like this.
Coach, you previously talked about the changes you need to be where you want to be. So in terms of reaching up there, what will be your changes in the coming season, or this window is over? So how do you recently told about you need changes? So how many can we expect?
I wouldn't like to put an exact number, say, oh, we need 6 or we need 8, but we need to change play. We need to get better in all areas. I think adding Jake was a big plus for us. Going forward, I think he's going to help us immensely in the last 5 games and then in the Super Cup, and of course for next season. So we have another window coming up We will prepare for this window like we prepared for the first one. Obviously, we were not expecting an embargo, which prevented us from doing other things. We are planning for next season, and I am confident that we will be able to say we have a legitimate chance to be in the top 6 next season, provided we make these changes. If we don't make the changes, then we are going to be in the same situation we are this year, and I don't think anybody wants that. So behind the scenes, we are working very hard to make some inroads into making the squad more competitive for next season.
Yeah, you have previously talked about also the repetitive of mistakes, and every press conference we seem to ask same question regarding how do you stop that. So have you found anything to stop that?
Look, as I said, we have the group of players that we have. We cannot change everybody. In fact, we changed one player who was released from Jamshedpur, who was released from Hyderabad. We didn't release him, we sold him. Good business, okay? We made a profit. But we cannot do that with every player. You need to have 23, 24 players of a squad. The January window is not about getting lots of players. It's about adding 1 or 2 players to improve what you already have. We need to assess, and I have been every game, these boys are being assessed. I have a very good idea who is going to stay and who is going. But I need to make sure that if somebody is leaving, I can bring somebody in. And that's what we are trying to figure out now.
सुहेल, आपके लिए क्वेश्चन है, आप केरला से ही हैं और आप केरला के अगेंस्ट होम में खेल रहे हैं, तो आपका मोटिवेशन कितना है और आप कैसे इस मैच को प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं और बॉयज का मूड कैसा है इस गेम के पहले?
हम लोग हर मैच में भी सेम है. अभी हम लोग टीम के लिए और मेरे भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट टाइम चल रहा है, तो प्रैक्टिस में भी सब लोग सेम हार्ड वर्क कर रहे हैं. तो ये फुटबॉल है, हारेगा जीतेगा. तो हम लोग अभी 5 मैच है, तो अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करके कोशिश करेगा पॉइंट लेने के लिए. और ब्लास्टर्स सब टीम सेम है. मेरा गांव केरला है, तो उसके अगेंस्ट में इतना मोटिवेशन ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. सेम है, 3 पॉइंट के लिए खेलता है, तो हम लोग अच्छा से खेलेगा. और ये 5 मैच में कितना पॉइंट लेना है, इतना लेके कॉन्फ्रेंस में सुपर कप में जाएगा.
आप राइट विंग पे भी खेले और स्ट्राइकर पे भी खेले, तो आपको कौन सा पोजीशन में आपको कंफर्टेबल लगता है और क्यों लगता है?
मेरे को अभी राइट पे खेलने के लिए अच्छा लगता है.
ओके, थैंक यू.
But in the first leg, Kerala beat East Bengal. So how do you see the match? It's a revenge match, or do you think Kerala was satisfied?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it revenge. We have to play them. Look, we are a different team from the first game, and so are they. That was quite a long time ago. I think it was 70 minutes, 0-0. And I don't know how we lost that game 3-1, but we did. I think it will be a difficult game. They have some very good players, both Indian and foreign players. But it's the second time we play them. We play them here at home, and we will try to get 3 points like we do every game.
Hi, Coach. Good morning.
Good morning.
Coach, how are you enjoying Indian football as a club coach now?
How long do we have? Club coach. Absolutely love it. I love my job, everything about it, even the good stuff and the bad stuff. You cannot have one without the other. I'm a little frustrated, obviously, because I hate losing. I don't take it very well. It interrupts my sleep when we lose. But I think it's a massive challenge. It's a massive club. And I want to be the guy to put us in the top 6. And I will. I need time. Obviously, people don't want to hear that because we've lost games that we should not have lost. And I accept the responsibility for that. I take that. But we're better than last year. And we are better than the year before. So our 3rd year in the ISL, we have more wins. Now, is it enough? No. But we have to understand that we are trying to catch people. I'll give you an example. Somebody gave me this example yesterday. So you go to the supermarket on Saturday night. The supermarket closes at 10 o'clock, but we go there at 9:55. What are we going to buy? Whatever's left. Oh, by the way, the supermarket is not open on Sunday, so we've got to wait till Monday. So do you understand what I'm saying? This is what happened to us this year. I don't know about the previous 2 years, but this year, this is what happened. So when you go to the supermarket and at 10 o'clock or 9:55, there's nothing on the shelf, what are you going to do? So think of the supermarket as the market for players. Any of the better Indian players or national team players or close national were already taken. So you have to make do with what you have. We can complain all we like, but this is what we have. So we will work with these guys. And I can tell you, they may not have the best quality, but they have worked. They are better than they were 6 months ago. Is that good enough to be in the top 6? No.
Do you think this is the best year for East Bengal in ISL?
I don't think so. It is. Four wins. You didn't win 4 wins before. You won 2 and 1. So 4 wins is better than last year, no? Better than the year before. I'm asking you. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the football fantastic? No. Is it where we want it to be? No. Do we need to plan for next season? We are doing that now. Jake, I told you, I signed Jake. I've been watching him since September, October. Now, he could have been available to play with Orissa. But because of the embargo, because this is not my fault, it's because administratively, I don't know why, or the details, but I cannot do anything about that. All I can do is continue to work with the players that we have, try to bring new players in January. We could not, we bought one. But we need to begin to start bringing players in for next season. And that's what I'm trying to do.
So then how are you enjoying coach? If you see that lot of negativity in the team.
In the team?
Not the team, I want to be in the total ambience. If you say the administrative part, the others part also. So how can we enjoy as a coach? Definitely you have disappointed or something. Because we have seen a very high level, we have seen very high level.
Dulal, in every country and in every team, there are problems. Different problems, different situations. At Chelsea, they have more money than they can spend. It's a problem. Not our problem, but it's a problem.
Everyone has a different problem.
Yeah, and I cannot control if there is embargo or not. I cannot control if the club does or doesn't do something. I can only control what I can control. I can control my team, my selection, the players that I want to bring in. I can't bring them in because I don't have the money, so I can't control that. And you can not worry about things that you cannot control, because you cannot. I'm going, oh, the embargo. Okay, what can I do? If I can go and bang my hand on the table and lift the embargo, I would have done it. Trust me.
But at the end of the day, supporter will only blame the coach.
Yeah, look, no, I think the supporters that understand the game, the supporters that understand where we are as a team, East Bengal, where were we last year, where were we the year before. I only talk about ISL, okay, because before we know that we have rich history and so on and so forth, but even before the ISL, we haven't won a national title for some time. But forget that, let's look now. What can we do now? I know fans are unhappy because we are not winning games, but I cannot turn a team around in 6 months. It's not possible. It's not physically or humanly possible. I'm doing everything I can. I do not sleep most nights because I'm thinking, what did I do? What didn't I do? How can we get better? What do we need to get better? We need to change some players. Obviously, we know this. Can I do that now? No, because the window's closed. Can I do that in the summer? Yes. So from September, October, I'm looking at players. Who will be available? Who we can get? Who's in the budget? Who's more than the budget? Which players we need to move? And this is all I do. So, am I frustrated? Yes. And when I meet some of the fans, sometimes I say, oh, coach, you know, there is nobody in this state that wants to win more than me. Why? If I don't do a good job here, I'm not going to get another job. Okay, my name is not Zico. I can do a bad job here, and tomorrow somebody else will give me a big team because I am Zico. I am Stephen Constantine. I work my ass off day and night to make sure that I do a good job, so somebody else will give me a job. Okay? People ask me why you came here. Because I want to be the guy to put East Bengal in the top 6. I want to be the first guy. Okay? So coming here and turning that around will be big, massive for me. Okay? So I had a good time 2 times with the national team. Both times we didn't start so good. Okay, you remember, you guys were like, oh, you lost to Guam? Guam had 11 players, 9 of them were playing in the United States. You guys didn't write this. 3 of them were playing in the MLS, and we lost 2-1 there. You also didn't write that 2 days after the game with Guam, we had medicals for the players to go in the ISL. So you think an Indian player goes to play in Guam, 2 days later he had medical, he's going to go like this in the game? No chance, because he will not get this from... So you understand what happened? We go to China, we draw 0-0. We go to the Asian Cup, we win 4-1, first game. We were denied by a 93rd minute penalty to stop us from going to the 16th. So I know I can make East Bengal one of the top teams, but I can't do it by myself. I need the players, I need the administration, and I need the fans. And I am an Arsenal supporter since 1970. I will never ever change my team. I will never ever not support the manager, the coach, even if I don't like him. Because he's the guy that's going to make my team better. And if he's not, they should remove him. We have removed 10 managers in 4 years here. I think it's time to leave one guy, give him a couple of years, and let's see after that. If I don't deliver, you can kick my ass out, no problem.
You should give freedom and every possibilities. That's good.
Coach, any injury update? player has
Sorry?
any injury update? For the-
Any injury update? Yeah, I think I pulled my hamstring today, so I cannot. Don't. No. Yeah. No. I think we have Nunga out because of yellow cards. We have some small things, but we're okay.
Any update about Sovic Chakraborty?
Update? What happened to him?
He is not unwell, I heard.
Sorry?
He is not unwell, I heard.
He's unwell.
Is that true or just speculation?
He was fine yesterday. You spoke to him this morning?
Yeah, no, I just
No?
heard.
नहीं कुछ
So
नहीं
it's speculation. Right?
Okay. No.
Hi coach. When you start off this season, you were absolutely a newcomer to the ISL football. Now I think 14 or 15 matches experience you have. So what are the lessons you have already learned from this league?
Who are you? That's quite a deep question. What are the lessons learned? You need to better prepare. You cannot just turn up to the party and think that it's going to happen. Preparation for next season for me started Christmas. Okay, Christmas time I'm going through the list. Who's available? Who can I get? Who will come and play for me? And then you have to go and think budgets. But look, the ISL for me is a league that has many different little things that you don't see so much in other leagues. 4 foreigners. You've got 6, but you can only use 4. I think that's a good thing because I would rather have Indian players playing than 7 or 8 foreigners. But it's not an easy league. There's a lot of travel and a lot of difficulties. I think that we're going to be 12 teams next season, which is super. I hope that we don't have this playoff system. I don't think, for me, it's the best thing. I would prefer 12 teams, home and away, 22 games, top 6, home and away. That gives us the 28 games that AFC require. That will give us 32 games, and those top 6 will play for AFC Cup, AFC Champions League and Conference. And then the bottom 6, if we are going to relegate 1 or 2 teams, then they are fighting for relegation and the I-League teams can come up. That will provide super competitiveness. It will have the top 6 fighting, so there'll be good quality TV games. The bottom 6 fighting not to go to relegation. Again, they will be must-watch games because when you are fighting for your life, I can tell you I have been in that situation. It's bad in a good way. So that's what I would like to see, and obviously when the ISL people ask me, I will tell them. But no, I think you have to be prepared in this league. You have to know who you're playing against, obviously with the foreigners and so on, but we should not neglect the Indian players on the teams because I always say that the Indian players are the ones, that's the vehicle. The foreigners are the accessories, the speakers, the big wheels. It's the Indian players that drive the team. Yes, you need 4 quality foreigners, but if you don't have 5, 6, 7 quality Indian players, you are not going to be in the top 6. Thank you. Good question, by the way.
Coach, another thing that we have seen is Bengal conceding so many goals in the second half, but in the last game we have seen is Bengal conceding back-to-back goals in the first half. I think they are conceding so many goals in short span of time. So, do you think it's a motivation problem, or what is the problem behind this? Because when they concede one, they seem to concede 2 or 3. So,
Yeah.
what is the reason behind it, and how do you name that?
I think that part of the problem is our confidence levels. You know, when you're not confident, when you're not sure, we have had a very difficult time in the last 4 games. And so as you concede a goal and your head drops and we've got to snap out of it. I mean, it's like you're in a fight. Someone punches you, you go down, get up. You cannot stay down. And I think that because of confidence levels and belief with some of the players, they make one mistake and then they make another one, and before you know it, it's 2-0. But like I said, we can't change too many players. We can't change any players at the moment. So, but we have 5 more games. We will continue to fight, continue to try and rectify those mistakes, and then some boys are going to be looking for another team. So, what is the motivation? Play to stay, or play for somebody else to take you. That's the motivation. And if they haven't got that motivation, some of them are not going to be with the team next year. Bilal? Any more pearls of wisdom from you?
Coach,
Yeah.
so the ISL is ending this month, but then a couple of months later there's the Super Cup. With the AFC slot up for grabs as well.
Yeah.
There has been talk about some other teams not being motivated enough because it's happening way far after the season. How do you motivate your team, and what is your take on it? Like, do you want to go out there and get it? Because
Well, look, that's a great question, but therein lies the problem. How can you finish a league at the end of February and then have 5 teams do nothing for more than 40 days? This is a problem that we need to fix. We cannot have a 40-day gap between the next competition. Why is there a next competition anyway? The next competition is so that we fulfill the AFC mandate of 27 games. 12 teams, 32 games. Put the Super Cup in as like an FA Cup type. Duran Cup can be as a pre-season tournament. The fact that the Super Cup has an AFC spot now, yeah, that's the motivation. Are we going to be motivated? Are we going to go all out? For sure. For sure. Maybe some of the big guys won't because they have already qualified. But we will be. Now, the 40 days, you're killing us. What are we going to do for 40 days? Play friendlies? These things need to be thought out. And if we are going to be a quality top league in Asia, these things cannot happen. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
Coach, next season they are going to do it simultaneously with the ISL. So what is your take on that?
Do what simultaneously?
The Super Cup. It's going to happen like you said, FA Cup.
Right. 12 teams?
Yeah, I think that's the...
Yeah. Home and away twice, top 6, bottom 6? Or we're going to have this playoff nonsense?
The cup competition is going to be like how it is in the current format.
The cup competition is fine. The league, top 6, and what do the other 6 teams do? What the teams who are not in the top 6 next season, what will they do? They will sit around 40 days to wait for what? Because if the Super Cup is going to be in the season, what happens after? So we're going to finish in February.
Looks like.
March, April, May, June, July. So for 6 months we do what? And then you want us to compete in the AFC. And you want us to produce players. We need to look around us. Who are the top leagues in Asia? J-League, K-League, Saudi, UAE, Iran, Uzbekistan, Thailand. What are we doing? What do we want from the league? What do we want for our football? Are we about developing players? Or are we about developing what? What are we doing? That's what I want to know. That's my question. We have everything right here. Everything. To be a top league. But if we don't do the basics. And if we're having a 40-day break before the next tournament, and now you're telling me the Super Cup will be in the season, super. Are we done till February? So we'll be signing what, 6-month contracts? Somebody needs to tell us, no? We are trying to prepare for next season and the season after.
सुहेल भाई आपके लिए भी सिमिलर क्वेश्चन है. सुपर कप केरला में हो रहा है, विच इज आपका होम टाउन है. जैसे कि कोच ने कहा कि कॉन्टिनेंटल का स्पॉट भी है और आप घर पे खेलोगे और एक लंबा टूर्नामेंट है, नॉट लाइक कि एक ही गेम. तो आपके लिए क्या एक्स्ट्रा मोटिवेशन है अपने होम फैंस मतलब एज इन स्टेट फैंस के सामने खेलना एंड एट द सेम टाइम एशियन कंपटीशन के लिए भी क्वालिफाई कर सकते हैं?
ये ज़रूर आएगा. मेरा गांव में खेलेगा तो और मोटिवेशन ज़रूर मिलेगा. और आईएसएल में इतना अच्छा नहीं था तो वो सुपर कप में दिखाने के लिए कोशिश करेगा. और अभी एफसी का क्वालिफाई का भी चांस है, उसमें जीतेगा तो इंशाल्लाह ट्राई करेगा जीतने के लिए.
सर भाई एक क्वेश्चन आपके लिए. तो लास्ट मैच में आपको गोल मिला 6 मैच के बाद, और ये सीजन आपका 7 गोल कंट्रीब्यूशन है अभी तक. तो ये लास्ट मैच में गोल आपको आने वाले मैचेस में कितना कॉन्फिडेंस देगा, मतलब सुपर कप और लीग के बाकी मैचेस में?
गोल और असिस्ट ऐसा मेरा को नहीं, सब प्लेयर्स को मोटिवेशन है नेशनल मैच के लिए. तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा टीम का रिजल्ट में. हम लोग सब प्लेयर्स को भी थोड़ा मतलब नीचे मतलब ऐसा स्कोर करेगा, असिस्ट करेगा नहीं तो टीम के लिए अच्छा खेलेगा तो अच्छा मोटिवेशन है. 5 मैच है तो फर्स्ट सीजन में 3 गोल मारा, लास्ट सीजन में 4 मारा, अभी 2 है. तो कोशिश कर रहे हैं, मैं भी रोज ट्राई करता है मिनिमम 5 गोल नहीं तो 6 गोल मारने के लिए. अभी 5 मैच बाकी है, इंशाल्लाह हो सकता है.